Hey guys, it's Ave, back again with another video, and today I decided I would do a school in Brazil kind of video. When I was about to go on exchange, I spent the 6 months up to my exchange searching pretty much every single possible YouTube video there is about exchange and about going to school and about my country and everything, and the one video I could not find was a video about school in Brazil. So I figured why not just make one for everyone else who might be going on exchange in Brazil. I've also gotten a lot of messages like in my DMs or on YouTube or some comments that have been asking about what school is like in Brazil and the difference between school in the United States and school in South America. I'm not sure if this goes for all of South America, but this is what school is like in Brazil. I decided I'd break this down into categories, so we're gonna just start off. So first off is time. It starts at 7 a.m. and usually gets out around 11:40, at least my school does. Then we come back to school in the afternoon, and at my school I go back at 2 o'clock. And then get out again at 5. So there's 2 sessions of school in the morning and in the afternoon. My first half of exchange, I only went to the morning session, and then now that I'm doing online courses to make up for my junior year, I only go in the afternoon. Second thing that's different is teachers. So in my school in particularly, it's pretty big, my new school at least. My last school was really small and there was only one classroom with all of these students that were my age and in my year. In my new school, it's a lot bigger, and we have 2 classes, which is Class A and Class B, and they're for the same year and for the same courses. We just have one classroom for each because there's so many students. All the students stay in one classroom the entire day, and we never switch around like we do in high school in the United States. We switch around about every hour. Instead, the teachers come in and switch out every 45 minutes, which I am not a huge fan of because I personally like getting that little break in between classes to walk around and to stretch and to maybe socialize a bit in the hallways. Also, all the teachers here wear a lab coat, which isn't a huge thing or deal, but it's just, I don't know, I kind of found it funny. They all have a lab coat, and it usually has like the school logo on it. We don't have that in the United States. I don't know if this is in every school, but in my school, or in the 3 schools I've been here in Brazil particularly, the teachers talk super loud. Like super loud. Like, it's not a huge classroom, it's pretty echoey, but they like yell. But I don't know, that's probably just more of a Brazilian thing. I feel like Brazilians are pretty loud. Another thing about teachers is they can be very touchy, and not in like a creepy sense, but for me it's kind of different, and I had to adjust to it at first because in the United States it's pretty much illegal to sometimes even hug your teacher, hold hands with your teacher, give them a kiss on the cheek or on the forehead. Yes, it's culture here in Brazil to give everyone a kiss on the cheek when you meet them. However, my first day at school, in all 3 schools that I went to, some of the male teachers would come up to me and like kiss me on the forehead and like call me darling and give me a hug and stuff. They're just a lot more touchy-feely, which I feel like is just the Latin American culture, and it's definitely not a bad thing, just something we definitely cannot do in the United States. Third difference is homework. Here in Brazil, all the students have a workbook where basically it has all of their work and homework that they have to do throughout the entire year, and they will just be assigned pages. We have workbooks back in the United States, but we have lots of individual ones for different classes, and at least in my school here we have one huge one, and you just do the exercise that is assigned, and then your teacher signs off that you did the work when you show up the next day. I've also never seen anyone here been assigned any sort of essays or papers to write. I don't know if that's just the classes that I've been taking, but they have a Portuguese class here where it's similar to our English classes in the United States, where we learned about the grammar and structure of the language, and they've never been signed an assignment, an essay, which I don't know if that's just my school or whatever, but I've just never seen it. Also here in Brazil, which I know some schools do in the United States, is they take tests every week. My school right now takes tests every Friday and Monday. My last school took tests every Wednesday and Friday, and every time it's different tests about a different subject, and yeah. The fourth thing is class courses. What I also didn't mention, when all the kids were in the same class, that also means that all the kids take the same courses. There isn't any type of way you can choose what classes you want to take. All the students take the same classes every day, every year, depending on your year, obviously. So I will be taking all the same classes that all the students in my classroom are taking. There's no electives, there's no extracurricular kind of things, but there's also multiple classes for one course, which sounds kind of confusing. But for example, I have about 3 teachers for chemistry, and they might come in all on the same day, they might come in throughout the week. I'm still not quite used to my new schedule here at this new school, but I have lots of different teachers just for one subject, which I don't know is normal throughout all of Brazil, but that is what my past 2 schools have been like. And the last thing, which is number 5, is uniform. Uniform isn't super strict here. It's basically just a school t-shirt. I have yet to get mine for my new school. Just a normal like cotton t-shirt with the school logo, and it's usually like white or green or something. just whatever it is, and then you can wear jeans or whatever other pants that you want. My first two schools didn't care if you wore sandals or had a nose piercing or any other type of piercings, but my new school, I'm not allowed to wear sandals or have any type of piercings. That's basically it. But pretty much every school here in Brazil has a uniform. I have never seen or heard of a school that doesn't have a uniform, but it's not as strict as our uniform schools back in the United States. So that is pretty much all there is to know about Brazilian school, at least in my experience being a gringo. I'm about to hit my 7th month mark, so I only have 3 months left here in Brazil, which is terrifying and kind of cool. I don't know, it's just flown by. But anyways, if you have any comments or questions, just send me a message or comment down below. If you have any requests before I leave my host country, or I know lots of students now are preparing to go on exchange in the fall, so just let me know. Check out my Instagram, Twitter, whatever, all that's below. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao.